Welcome. Hello everyone. My name is Susan Graham from Manifest Now TV. Just a quick reminder, if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe, like, and share. It always helps because we can't get anywhere if you don't, so thank you. Today I have special guests on. Amazing story. I couldn't help myself but ask them and to talk about it, to come on, because it's like nothing I've heard. Right? It's so cool. So please welcome my special guests. This is Darcy and Rena. So they have this very special business, I think I would call it, that not many people would consider undertaking. And it's very fascinating to me because I enjoyed that time in my life so much. I considered this, which is very interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so let's hear. We're just going to begin. If you guys wouldn't mind, please start to begin to try to weave and tell us your story. Tell us the story from the beginning.
So I guess it starts with me. Back in 2015, I was introduced to the concept of surrogacy. And I had always loved being pregnant. I have 2 boys of my own. They are now teenagers. And I remember telling my husband if I could be pregnant my entire life without having to keep that many children, because 2 is enough, yeah. Definitely, that I would. I loved being pregnant. Felt better, had more energy, my body felt better, and I know a lot of women are like, are you crazy?
Okay, pause just for 1 sec, okay?
Yep.
Because I have to share. I loved being pregnant.
See, there's more than just me.
Right, but there's not many. Most don't. I swear most, my friends were like, this is horrible. And I was like, I had 2. I had 2 in there at the same time. I have twins. Okay, just pause. So continue, please.
And pregnancy isn't always easy. Like, I can't say every minute of the day, every day of pregnancy, whether it was my children or the surrogacies I did, were easy. But I did still love it. I loved feeling the life grow inside of me. And so fast forward, surrogacy, I was introduced. So I did a few journeys for a couple in Ireland, same-sex couple, and they were the cutest Irish couple. So there are 2 Irish surro babies from me for that couple.
Cool. And that's so incredible. So Darcy was their surrogate.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then my husband and I, we really found, I know a lot of women ask me, don't you get attached to the baby? And we found we were really more attached to the intended parents. Like, we get to know them through the pregnancy. Okay, we get to share, take videos of the baby moving inside, and they actually recorded themselves reading nursery rhymes, because I was concerned that the baby would come out not knowing their accent, not knowing that familiar way of talking, right? Because the baby had heard me and my kids and my husband.
I love that.
Not
That's
the
good.
Irish way. So they recorded themselves reading nursery rhymes, and I put like the little microphone or the earbuds on my belly, and so that the baby could hear that accent, so it wasn't so strange to the baby when it was born. But we really got attached to the intended parents. So when they left, because they go home with their baby and have their life. My husband and I were like, well, what if we did another journey and helped a local couple, someone where we could continue that relationship with and see the baby grow, and our kids could be a little bit more connected, because they understood it. Now, when they were little, I wasn't sure, but by 2 journeys later, they know mom gets pregnant, baby goes somewhere else.
Pause. Explain to everyone, what does journey mean?
A surrogacy journey is really the whole process of connecting with intended parents, carrying the baby throughout, and then saying your goodbyes at the end.
That's cool. So it's a term. It's a surrogacy. So it's called the surrogacy journey. Mm-hmm. And you. Okay, I love that. Thanks. Yeah. See, I wouldn't have known.
No, that's fabulous, because we just talk like it's common practice.
I know, right? Yeah. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
That's okay. So we ended up we were working with a surrogacy agency, because we felt very comfortable knowing that they had talked to the couples that were looking to be parents, and it wasn't just finding somebody on the internet or looking on social media, but it was an agency that was helping manage our journey, and so that things could go along smoothly, which is why we chose to use an agency for that, extra support with all of that stuff. So we went back to the agency to find a local couple. And that's when we were introduced to Rena and her husband. And so we ran into them, we met them, and I will share what you thought.
Oh my!
You start.
This is the beginning. Okay, go.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So with the agency, we did a detailed profile of who we are, our values, our beliefs, our system, and they look to see if there's someone that fits with what we are looking for.
Right,
and
right.
so we met Darcy, and I remember we met at a McDonald's the very first time. She was on March break with her 2 kids, and we met her, and we left that, me and my husband left that day. We're in a car, and we looked at each other like, yeah,
She's the one.
She's the one. She's the one. Effortless, energy, the strength, like all of it.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. And so, there was a couple bumps in the road with, the journey. Just obviously, I had infertility for many years, so hence we went the surrogacy route.
Okay. So that's what stemmed you to go to surrogacy.
Yes,
So Rena, you tried what in vitro? Like, what did you do?
So did a lot of IVF cycles. We were able to get healthy embryos, but I wasn't able to carry myself. And so our doctor sudgested that, and actually I couldn't bear the thought of doing it again. We'd gone through so much heartbreak that at the end I couldn't even imagine us trying the transfer again. So taking the embryo, retransferring it.
Right. It must be extraordinarily stressful, draining. You get your hopes up, hopeful, and then you get let down.
It's life's like most insane roller coaster that you're on.
Oh,
really, it is.
Yeah.
And there's a stat that 1 in 6 couples suffer from infertility, and the number of families I speak to that have this, it's not talked about a lot, but the minute you open up, you'll hear someone that shares a story.
Of course.
And it's while you're in it, it feels you're alone, but you realize so many people are actually going through this.
No, I know, right?
Yeah.
And it's nice to connect and find people or talk about it and be open about it. I remember, I got asked that question a lot. Being pregnant with twins. It was, you must be, you must have done in vitro, or they're IVF twins or whatever. That's what they would call them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, like mine are like a fluke of nature twins. Like 1 in 666 chances of mine happening, right? Like it's not. Anyway, so that's very, but then all in that moment, feeling very blessed and grateful like what a miracle.
Absolutely.
What a miracle.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
2 at once.
Yeah.
And now they're such jerks to me.
Well, they are 18, right?
They are 18. We'll give them that. Okay. Move along. Take a deep breath. Darcy. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's keep going. So what happened? So Rena, you're like, okay, I'm done. No more IVF. And then you're like, surrogacy, let's go to that route. You find Darcy. You're like, you and your husband are on the drive home, and you're like, yes. That's her. We found her. Okay.
So with the help of the agency, you kind of move through the different stages. Darcy, before me, batting 1,000 in terms of pregnant, always stayed pregnant.
Right. She just was like,
yep,
I'm good at it.
Clearly. Right.
I remember our doctor, when I explained her and the kind of woman she was, he was like, hang on to her and don't let her go.
Yeah, she's the pregnancy type.
Yeah. He's like, she sounds like an angel, really.
Yeah.
Aww. Yeah. And so, we had one transfer, it didn't work. She was Miss Positive through the whole thing. It's fine.
Okay.
She gave me the science, which this was going to happen.
Okay, wait. So the transfer. So that means
So our
embryo gets
genetically
transferred into
surrogate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the first one was like just a no-go.
Just didn't go.
Okay. Darcy's like, nope, we try again.
She's
stay
like, this is gonna happen.
positive.
Science would dictate. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, keep it all like,
Yeah, okay.
we're going to keep this all scientific for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's try this all again. Okay, and then what happened? So, and how long in between?
So there was about, I want to say 3 months, Stars.
Probably not even, because it
Yeah.
usually goes very quickly.
Quick.
If the
Comes-
first
okay.
transfer doesn't take,
Right, it's like-
the surrogate is taken off the meds, because we're on medication to make sure our body's prepared for pregnancy, because
Okay.
it's not, we're not doing it naturally.
Right.
And so you come off the meds, wait till your body cycles again, and then you go right back into it. So usually it's within 2 months,
Okay.
as long as there's no complications, and there weren't. It was just a typical.
Okay, so within
Typical
2 to
bump.
3 months, you try again and another. Okay, and
And it took. And she called us, her and Jason, her husband. We were away, and they called us. It was Christmas of 2019, and she said, "Hey, let's do a FaceTime. Let's catch up." And I said, "Would love that." And so we did a FaceTime on Christmas, and she showed us the positive pregnancy, and we were like, "Oh my God!"
oh,
Yeah.
you get
Like,
teary.
thinking about
Oh, what a it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from there it was beautiful. We went to appointments together.
Oh, nice.
And the agency the whole time kind of helps facilitate that with
Okay,
us to
cool.
make sure. But the connection is us, and we started building a relationship with her kids and her husband. And August 2020, my little one was born. So,
Wow. Amazing.
yes. And then towards the end of that journey, probably in July, we were
This is-
sitting together.
This is the best part. Yeah.
We were sitting together. And one day I just said to her, we were sitting having coffee. I said, I feel like one day we should do this together. Open an agency. And she was like, yes. I would love it, because she goes, I can't keep doing this. And actually,
Yeah.
the bonus is, and then obviously we had kids, I had kids, and then life continued happening. She started working in the industry. So that idea sat there for a few years, and then
4 years.
4 years, and then last September we talked about it again, said this is the time.
Oh, that's very, very inspiring. I love that. So it's this journey on its own from experience,
Yes.
own experience, into like, let's spread this and make it a business ourselves and help. That's what it's all about. Help.
Yes. Give
Helping
back,
each other.
pay forward.
We all have to help each other
Yes.
in this life. Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
And I want to say the one thing, like I know you had talked about, it's something that you considered.
Yeah,
And-
I really did. Like I felt, God, I could carry a babies again. Like I really loved it. I loved it.
A lot of women we talk to, say to us, had it been if I was 10 years younger,
Yeah.
I would totally help you guys out and be a
I would do
surrogate
that.
and help these
I
intended
would.
parents. And like Rena mentioned, it's not talked about
No,
very often.
No.
Like infertility, one thing, surrogacy is a whole
Like
other
well
branch
said.
of
Well said, yeah.
infertility. And
Like I only hear about it. Sorry, to interrupt.
Yeah.
Like in the U.S., you hear about it, and then of course movie stars or famous people, because they can pay it all
Nailed it,
out,
Susan. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's where you hear about it. But here, like, never, actually, barely ever.
And that was the question when
Barely
my friend first told me she was becoming a surrogate. I was like, they do that? Like
You're
that's
like,
a thing in
they're-
real life.
that
Like
ha-
I know
yeah.
on Friends, Phoebe carried her brother's triplets,
Right.
and in movies they have movies about it. But like,
Yeah, right.
that's like a
Friends,
thing in Pickering. Like you can do that here, and she was like, yeah, of course you can. I'm like, oh, and that's how I got into it. But without knowing somebody, without the education around it and the awareness piece that this is something that is legal in Canada, because I've had that question too. Isn't that illegal?
Okay.
No, it's not illegal if it's done the proper way. And it is very well governed by the government of Canada, so that surrogates are taken care of, intended parents are protected, and everyone throughout the journey is protected, so that no one feels taken advantage of, no one's forced into this, no one's having to pay extra to get their baby at the end of the journey. Like it's all really governed
Right.
so that everyone feels good about the journey. It's
And
not
safe,
forced.
safe.
Yes.
Right.
And the intended parents, whether they come from Canada or other parts of the world, can feel like the surrogates are doing it because they want to. They're not being forced into this because of, lifestyle, or they need the money to survive because they can't be paid here in Canada.
Okay, so that's
it's
an
altruistic.
interesting,
Yes.
right? So here, being the surrogate, there's no money
Nope.
making being a surrogate.
It's fully altruistic. But a
It's
surrogate
fully
does not.
altruistic. Okay, just explain
Yeah,
that.
it means you're doing it truly out of. That,
Oh.
when I say that deep generosity,
Just-
it's
Fully give,
fully give.
just
I always say they come with a heart full of love.
right.
A
Okay.
heart full of
Okay, I
love.
like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's
But nothing will be, like, there's no expenses that
Okay.
are not covered. So any expenses that a surrogate may incur,
right.
that is all fully reimbursed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so any expenses are reimbursed. You're just not paid a salary or there's no
Yes,
contract
yes.
fee or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, where I know other places in the world,
Yes.
it's
They
a
get
free
Yes.
Yes.
thing,
Yeah.
meaning they get to charge whatever they want.
Yes.
Free enterprise, different here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that just up levels the quality assurance and safety being here in Canada. That's for sure. And like Darcy said, making sure that it's not just being done for the money,
Yes.
because I'm sure how much does that happen?
Yep.
Probably
Absolutely.
a lot, right? Like it could just be a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's stories all over the world from different countries.
Yeah.
of-
So you'd rather it be someone that's invested and wholehearted and loving and wants to do it. Wants to do it, right? And feels that they can, that their body can.
but not many women know they can do it. That's kind of where I was going, is the education, the awareness that you don't know that's a possibility. And I know there's more than just you and I that loved being pregnant.
Right? There's
I
gotta
talked
be.
to a third lady like last week, but there's definitely more than the three of us.
Okay.
And there's all, like I said, pregnancy doesn't have to be perfect, because it's not going to be. There is
No,
going to be
it
those
wasn't perfect,
those
but I
negative
like
symptoms of pregnancy, but being able to enjoy it at least enough. It's a short period in my life. That's how I saw it. Like it's a year of my life for an entire lifetime of happiness for somebody else.
Right.
And whether it was Rena or the other families I helped, even the happiness for me to watch them grow up. Like getting pictures of them. Like
Yeah.
my oldest Suro baby will be 9 in the fall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how is that possible? He's getting so big. And just seeing her daughter, like
that's so cool.
it's not just the joy to them, but it's the joy to us. And my kids seeing pictures and thinking, oh my gosh, she's 4 already. They're like, I feel so old. I'm like, really? You feel old? You're 15.
Yeah,
like,
you're
come
not
on,
old, buddy.
But it's just the awareness, and that's why I love that we can do this and share the stories, because I think more ladies will step forward, because there's way more people out there that want to be parents that can't be, whether it's because of infertility or some other medical condition,
Yeah.
or because they're a same-sex couple and they just don't have the parts.
That's right.
There's so many
So
out there,
let's,
and we
like-
need more ladies stepping forward.
So all of their contact, Rena and Darcy's contact info, will be in the description below. So reach out to them for any information, questions with regards to this surrogacy, and your interest in spreading the word and getting it out there.
And it may not be you that loved being pregnant, but it may be your
someone
best
else.
friend or your
Yes.
sister that was like, oh yeah, I totally. Like,
Yeah.
who did you think of when we were talking about that type of woman?
Yeah. There was definitely a few in my life, and I was like, God, I could have a baby for that person.
Yeah.
No, right?
I remember the one other thing Darcy always used to say, there's life lessons that she taught her kids that otherwise would never have been lessons that they learned, and it's live. Like, it's not just speaking or talking, it's they're seeing and they're being part of something that's so bigger and greater that though I don't think those lessons aren't taught in any other way.
No.
Right? So I remember her saying that and being like, wow, that's incredible. incredible.
It is.
And it was
very
and
incredible.
it was our way of our family giving back. Like some families have tons and tons of money that they can donate to different organizations, which is absolutely amazing. We don't have that type of money. We donate a little bit, but this was our way of being able to give back in the world and bringing something amazing that, you know, we could give a little bit of our time to, and a little bit of hardship, you know, when I didn't feel like changing into a bathing suit because I was huge and it was the summer and my kids were like, why can't you come swimming, mommy? I'm like, you know, just give me till next summer. We'll be fine. It's all right.
You're like, I'm good.
Like
I
those little
can't
things.
change right now.
Right? Like those little sacrifices are nothing compared to what we were able to give the
That's
families that we helped.
That's right. That's very inspiring, and it's hard to believe. It sounds like a movie, or you know, it sounds like a
We should make a movie.
right, like a little TV, like it
Should
sounds
totally
like a little
make a
mini
movie.
series. Like I'm just like it's
Yeah.
so amazing. So I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. And anything else we want to share about that I missed or that we missed? Maybe I can cut out.
Can I share your story about your youngest daughter?
Sure.
Okay.
So, as we heard earlier, Rena and her husband struggled a lot with infertility, which is why she ended up in surrogacy. So they tried lots and lots of things. And then after, you know, her oldest daughter was born, my husband and I, we went to visit them. It was probably 2 weeks after the birth. We went to say hi, and, you know, just check in, because little babies are so cute when they belong to other people. Fabulous.
Yes.
And Rena was like, should we tell her? And I'm like, tell me what? And she's like, we're pregnant. So halfway through my pregnancy with her oldest daughter, Rena got pregnant, and it stayed after all these years of trying and everything.
That is such the God way, isn't it?
So about 5 months after her oldest was born, her youngest was born, which is why she got super busy in life. And we had to kind of delay
oh my God,
the journey.
you had Irish twins.
I had Irish twins.
Basically, she has Irish twins.
So it wasn't just what we were
baby.
able to give, but she was also able to experience pregnancy herself and
Why do you
enjoy all
think-
of that.
Why do you?
through-
I have to ask this. So, why do you think your body got pregnant after you knew you were having? You were having you were able to just let it all go.
I remember my husband saying, he's like, I felt like when Darcy hit 20 weeks, he's like, there's this weight that was lifted, even though I never thought it was there.
Right.
I was like,
No.
no, I'm fine, we're good.
Because
I'm going,
you're pushing through.
Yeah.
You push through. You try to mask it, but it's still there.
It's still there.
And then it lifted. No pressure. You were like, oh my God, we're having a baby. This is good. Just life.
and then, oh my
And then
God,
you're like,
we are having a baby.
I'm pregnant.
Totally. So I always say this. I
get
she
so excited
changed-
about it.
Yeah. It was the
Sorry.
universe. You said it before. The universe works in
Mysterious,
mysterious ways.
amazing ways.
So she didn't just change. She forever changed the trajectory of our life.
That's right.
By doing what she did for us. And there's so many other women that do this for other couples, and it's something that can never even truly be repaid, ever.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's not even worth any money, really, in the end. The amount of money. It's life.
It's like
Yeah.
It's life, right? Yeah. It's so precious. Life is not money. I mean, right? I just love that.
And a
So-
little bit of
Yep,
added
tell
on
me.
to that, when I was very early pregnant with her oldest, I was asked by multiple people if I was having twins. And I actually had the feeling that it was
right.
twins.
I love this.
And I was like I didn't
You're
think
like-
I was that big for everyone to be
You were
asking
not.
me, but like everyone in different facets of my life that weren't even connected and couldn't even have talked about it. And I just had this feeling, but every time I went to the doctor, there was one baby. And I
You're
was
like,
like, what is going on? And then I kind of forgot about it. And then about 2 weeks before the delivery day, I remembered, and I was like,
Yeah.
what happened to that other baby? Like just the energy of the second baby. Where did that go? And then Rena tells me she's pregnant, and I went, That's where the other baby went. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Oh
What do
my
you mean other
God.
baby?
I just
So
can't
right from
believe
the
it.
beginning,
Yeah.
these two sisters were connected.
Yes, absolutely.
And so they needed two vessels to come in to have the life that they've chosen.
And
is
I
kind
do-
of how I see it.
That's
So
amazing. So twins. And then for me, just to really wrap that up and get into some manifesting clairvoyant type things, when women are pregnant,
Yep.
our intuition is heightened because of the hormones. So we will get heightened psychic abilities, heightened premonitions, heightened. Good example, back to Phoebe on Friends.
Yes.
When they came back from the trip and she went, "You had sex," and then she said,
Oh my God.
"You ate meat," because she was being all clairvoyant. Mine was, "I'm pregnant with twins."
But you
I
didn't.
knew, like before I
Before all
knew,
the
before we
tests.
were
Yeah,
told,
yeah, yeah.
before we had the first ultrasound.
Wow.
I was laying in bed.
Yeah.
Actually, it was literally the night before the first ultrasound. Whatever, what is that? 12 weeks or something?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you guys would know more. Okay, so I'm laying in bed meditating, doing shavasana meditation, and all of a sudden, like, it comes over me, like this full sensation of like, there's two in there.
You're like,
I sat up and went, what? I'm like, there's two in there?
yeah.
I was like, okay, what's that mean? But we're gonna have twins? So then I shouted down to the husband at the time, because he was way down the basement. I'm like, I think there's two in there. And he shouts back up, "You're crazy!" And then the next day, ultrasound lady technician, she's like all acted a little weird or
Yeah.
suspicious.
They get that look in their eye,
They
right?
do.
And you're like, what's going on?
And then we're like, what's happening? She kind of leaves and comes back with someone else, and you're just like,
and they're
gosh.
checking again.
and then they're like, yeah, there's two in there. And I'm like, I knew it. So it was so strong, like your premonition and your
Yeah.
intuition and everything's heightened in those moments.
So another good reason to be a surrogate.
Yeah. Just saying.
You want heightened premonition and
And
all
all
that
your
intuition.
psychic abilities to come out. But you know what? Those are available. Is it practice? Like we
Yeah.
actually
Oh, yeah.
all have those
Yeah.
capabilities, but they're suppressed deep down in most of us.
Yep. We don't listen.
You don't
This is
listen, you don't do the
society
practice.
or
Like you
this
have
or
to,
that.
you have to intentionally be conscious and do the practice
Yeah.
in order to, activate those levels, right? Activate clairvoyancy or any type of psychicness and that's not true. Some people just have it, right? Like everyone's so different. The point is you can develop it if you choose.
Yep.
Anyway, so amazing. Thank you, you guys.
Thank you.
Did we cover? Did we do it?
Yeah.
I think so.
That was fun. I love our little spot.
We could talk for hours
We
about
could.
this.
I
We
know,
really could go on
right?
and on.
I know,
So
The
that's
company
amazing.
is Embrace Surrogacy.
What's it called?
Embrace.
Embrace.
Embrace the journey.
Oh, I love that.
Surrogacy.
Embrace surrogacy.
Yep.
And is there a website?
There is.
Okay, so we'll put the
Put that
website
out,
and
yeah.
all the info and your Instagram or your contacts,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
however
all
you
of that,
want
yeah.
to
Yep.
be reached. So thank you for joining us
Thank
today,
you
and I
so
hope
much.
this inspires you, and I'm sure it does. And spread the word if you know anyone in your life, right? If you know anyone in your life that needs help getting pregnant, having a baby. Okay. Namaste. Have a great day. Subscribe, like, share.
Please help our channel grow by subscribing, liking and sharing with your friends. Thank you very much, we truly appreciate it.